It is Monday afternoon at noon. I'm Anne Marie Tiernan. Thanks for joining us. Right now at noon, President Trump, you just heard there in a special report from NBC, speaking from the White House, warning Iran about larger strikes as conflict spirals in the Middle East. Sean?
All right, we're getting ready here. We've got some rain and snow from earlier today giving way to a soggy, stormy start heading into tomorrow. We'll have more on that timeline coming up in the forecast.
Also, the U.S. government now is investigating after Kuwaiti air defenses accidentally shoot down 3 U.S. fighter jets. And welcome to 13 News at Noon. I'm Anne Marie Tiernan. If you're just joining us, President Trump speaking from the White House, talking about the loss of 4 U.S. soldiers and warned of the possibility of maybe more casualties for the U.S. military as the crisis in Iran now, he says, could extend to 5 weeks or more, saying that the U.S. is prepared to do that. As we learn more about what the reaction is to the president's statement, we'll bring them to you. In the meantime, we want to get over to Sean for the very latest on the weather right now. If you woke up this morning and saw that snow, a lot of it is melting away already, Sean.
Well, this time of year, that's what happens. You know, we got that higher sun angle. It's very similar to last Thursday. The difference is this band was farther to the north. I want to show you the time lapse that we have from Carmel. You'll see this was starting around 1 in the morning. You'll see that coating of snow coming in with this heavy band that's set up over northern Marion, southern Hamilton, and then boom. As quickly as it comes, it will melt away. Not all of it just yet, but certainly by tomorrow morning, it's going to be long gone. And then this is the vantage point from western Marion County at the golf course there, the country club of Indianapolis. You can see that blanket of white. I want to show you some of the snowfall numbers that we had here within that band. 2.5 to almost 4 inches in northern Marion County. Did have some 4-inch reports as well. Long gone, but the damage was done this morning to the morning commute. We still have a little bit left over. This is a little bit of light freezing rain there from Columbus. Otherwise, clouds are going to have more bark than bite. We're shutting down the snow. We're turning on the rain machine with thunderstorms as well, all ahead in a very active 7-day forecast here in a few minutes.
All right, Sean, thank you so much. Before hearing from the president, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth and the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff General held a press briefing at the Pentagon this morning discussing the U.S. military operations that right now are underway in Iran. And they confirmed that, yes, 4 American service members died in the operation so far and that more American casualties are expected. Also, they said Operation Epic Fury will take some time to complete.
2 days ago, under the direction and direct orders of President Donald J. Trump, the Department of War launched Operation Epic Fury, the most lethal, most complex, and most precise aerial operation in history. We didn't start this war, but under President Trump, we are finishing it. Their war on Americans has become our retribution against their Ayatollah and his death cult.
The names of the 4 service members killed have yet to be released. Also, U.S. military officials confirmed this morning that 3 U.S. fighter jets were shot down over Kuwait on Sunday in an apparent friendly fire incident. The UGC video obtained by Reuters News appears to show one of those planes falling from the sky over Kuwait. The apparent pilot was also seen floating to the ground under a parachute. The U.S. military releasing a statement just today confirming the incident, saying the jets were mistakenly shot down by Kuwaiti air defenses during active combat under Iranian attacks. Luckily, there were 6 crew members, all safely ejected, and all are recovered. The cause of the incident at this hour now is under investigation. And lawmakers are now weighing in on the conflict in Iran before their briefing that's set for tomorrow. And many Democrats, including Indiana Congressman Andre Carson, are criticizing the move, saying it puts American troops in danger. While Republicans, including Indiana Senator Jim Banks, say it was necessary, all to make sure that Iran does not get a nuclear weapon. He said in part from this statement here, "I served in Afghanistan. I know what endless war looks like. This is not Afghanistan. This is the kind of decisive leadership that prevents another Afghanistan." So as this situation in Iran evolves, we'll keep you updated and have all of our coverage consolidated for you on our platforms, starting with WTHR.com. To local news now here in central Indiana. We now know the victim who was hit and killed by an Indigo bus on Friday night. We know that it was a 14-year-old girl. It happened around 9 o'clock near 38th and Post. Police say they found the girl in the street and she later died at the hospital. Investigators believe the teen ran into the side of the northbound bus as she crossed Post Road from west to east. Police say a woman who was with the teen ran from the scene after the crash. IMPD says that woman isn't in trouble at this time, but investigators say they would like to speak with her. And we're following a developing news this afternoon as we first brought you a breaking news this morning. A woman is dead after a shooting on the southwest side of Indianapolis. So here's the very latest of what we've learned here during the noon hour. IMPD says it happened on South Sheffield around 1 o'clock this morning near the intersection of Morris Street and Belmont Avenue. Officers say when they arrived on the scene, they found the woman shot. She went to the hospital in critical condition. That is where she later died. Right now, we're working to learn what led up to that shooting, and we'll bring you more updates as they come to us on all WTHR platforms. And we do have some sad news this afternoon. Congressman Jim Baird's wife, Denise, has passed away. His office announced that she died after complications from injuries from a car accident earlier this year. That accident in January while the couple was traveling in Washington, D.C. His office shares in part, quote, "Congressman Baird and Denise were married for 59 years, building a life centered on faith, family, and service. A devoted wife and loving mother of 3, she was the foundation of their family and will be deeply missed." The family of Haley Busby now is celebrating 2 bills getting passed that were inspired by the Haley's Law petition. This comes after Haley's disappearance and her death earlier this year. And both bills are meant to protect other Indiana young people from becoming victims. One part expands Indiana's alert system, while another increases social media restrictions, all to protect young people from online predators. Haley's dad posted on Facebook about these measures, saying in part, quote, "Throughout this devastating tragedy, we have seen such powerful love, strength, and support, which reminds us that all love and courage are still very much alive and that we do control our children's future." Indiana lawmakers wrapped up this year's legislative session at the State House, and we have a special end-of-session episode of Crossroads Politics for you. It recaps everything that happened, and you can watch it on our streaming channel, WTHR+. It's tonight at 7 o'clock. To other news now, social media disorder is not an official diagnosis, nor is it classified as a mental condition. However, experts say more evidence is now mounting about the impact that social media has on the mental health of children and teens. And that's why researchers say it's so important for teens to create a healthy digital balance. So here's some tips on how you can do just that. Fill your child's time with in-person activities like after-school clubs or sports. Implement healthy bedtimes and insist on phone-free meals with the family.
Encouraging or requiring in-person activities can be more effective than simply banning social media because it offers concrete and hopefully enjoyable alternatives.
Finally, experts say parents should be aware of concerning behavior that includes the amount of time that's spent on social media sites, preoccupation with social media, and interference with daily tasks.